I recently stumbled upon a video from a guy named Hank Green talking about the current state of the internet, and I thought it was pretty interesting, so I wanted to make a video on it. So he goes into a bit of detail on the great shift that's happened. I've mentioned this in some other videos, but AI has really revolutionized how the world works, obviously. So if you go back 100 years, arguably one of the most rare resources would be information. If you knew things that other people didn't know, you can get paid a lot of money, you can help a lot of people because other people didn't know said information. It was scarce, hard to come by. Much like the reason why people want things is partly due to the scarcity. You want the fast car because you genuinely like how it looks and how fast it goes and all the bells and whistles, or do you want it because it's rare and most people can't have it? You want that Rolex or that Richard Mille because of how it looks and the function of keeping time, or because it's rare and most people can't get one? And obviously you can extrapolate this beyond just physical things. Take a relationship, for example. You want to be with an attractive person, partly because of how they look, but also partly because of the rarity, the scarcity assigned to it. Humans are designed to want things that most people don't have, and part of the value is assigned to the rarity of it. Take a really in shape person with a really good physique. This is esteemed because it is a rare thing. Majority of people do not have a very good physique, right? Maybe 70% of the population is technically obese by health standards, making it more of a rare and coveted thing. If everyone was super in shape, no one would care that you're in shape. It wouldn't be rare. Therefore, a lot of the value would be taken away. For instance, let's look at a phone, right? Or AI. And this gets me into the main topic of this. These used to be very rare things, or internet connection, right? Having access to the internet. These used to be rare and scarce things, but now they've been mass produced that almost everyone in the world has a phone, has some sort of internet connection. So actually about 68 to 74% of people in the world have access to the internet, and about 70% of people own a mobile phone. So this is the vast majority. And then for being overweight or obese is roughly 43% of the world population. And if you extrapolate this just to North America, the number goes to about 70 to 74%. That's why it's rare to have an in-shape physique in North America when only 30% of the population is not considered overweight or obese. Then we extrapolate this to the AI. Now about 70% of people have access to a phone and internet, which means they have access to AI. And AI has really leveled the playing field and evened out knowledge and information for everyone. We already had Google for many years, so majority of things that you would want to learn could be found on Google quite quickly and efficiently. But now with AI, any question you have, in an instant you can get an answer for. The case I'm trying to make in this video is it shifted from knowledge being one of the most rare and scarce resources in the world, which is why it had such a value to it, now being less rare because of AI, phones, internet connection, in about 70% of the world, making this more readily available to everyone. So what is the new rare resource? So he brings up that attention is the new rare resource. Everyone is competing for your attention all day long, whether it be this video, every other video on YouTube, shorts, reels, TikToks, ads. You can't get away from it no matter where you go, because the big corporations know attention equals dollars in their pocket. But there's a problem with this. The algorithm for all the social medias reward consistent content. Posting daily, for example, instead of posting once a week. The point Hank was bringing up is he has many pieces of content from his company Crash Course from years and years ago, such as terminal velocity for physics. Let's say you made a video on this 10 years ago. The information in this video doesn't just update. It's the same information as it was 10 years ago as it is today. But the algorithm rewards new created videos, not old videos that have already been out for a while. And I'm not saying they're not going to do well or still get views and stuff, because I'm sure they will, but proportional to new videos, it's not close. So what does this mean? We're in an attention economy. Attention is the new, what knowledge was 100 years ago as a scarce resource, and you're rewarded for posting more lower quality content more frequently than higher quality content less frequently. So let me know if you guys have a different opinion down in the comments below. This is what I'm currently thinking, where things are going and where we're at right now. This is why there are so many reaction content channels out there, or so many just daily upload channels with some of the best YouTubers actually being streamers who clip up their streams, which could be up to 8 hours long plus, and make them into YouTube content, which does very well since they're posting every day because they're streaming every day. And they just clip it up with not much extra work and then mass produce it to the masses, right? So the problem that Hank Green brings up with this is, for one, the quality of content goes down because you're producing at such a high rate. Then number two is it's not going to have as much substance. So he was saying how he's losing money on his channel that has 17 million subscribers for Crash Course, which is kind of like a Khan Academy, teaching people lessons of history, geology, math, physics, anything you learn in school. something a teacher could put on for the class and they could learn something. But good things aren't cheap. It costs money for him to produce this, to get the people to do it, to pay them as a job, right? So he has to be constantly recreating the content he's already made from the past for it to still do well and be able to earn money today, to be able to continue to fund the operation, to help more people to learn and to increase their knowledge, right? It's like we've outsourced thinking and critical thinking for a majority of the decisions. And I'm guilty of this too. What's the first thing you do when you have a question? You go to Google, boom, Gemini gives you an answer. Boom, you go to AI, get a quick answer. We're not thinking as much anymore because we go right to the AI to answer the questions for us. Because it's so convenient, instantly answers at our fingertips. And then the content that's mass produced every single day, well, the quality is going to be lower. Because it's impossible to have high quality content, high budget production every single day. It's just not possible. Like, let me ask you, if it is possible, why wouldn't Mr. Beast be doing daily uploads? Of course he would, because if it was possible, he would be doing this because he'd make so much more money. But Mr. Beast is a very smart guy. He's concluded that it's obviously not feasible for him to do these mass budget productions because so much goes into it, from finding the people, all the film equipment, getting it all set up, having the teams to make sure everything goes right, editing it, doing some advertising or marketing for the videos, posting it, clipping it up on social medias, making sure other people aren't ripping off his content. So all these things go into making something higher production value. And this has led to the rise of infotainment, where a lot of YouTubers may teach a lot of surface level stuff or maybe go into a little bit of depth, but the goal is to entertain you at the same time, not solely just to teach you like a Khan Academy or a crash course. Because people want to feel good about watching YouTube videos and feel like they learned something, even if they may not remember anything. If you were to ask them what the video is about a week later, or forget like 90% of it, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just an observation I've noticed. So the goal of my channel is I'm trying to upload daily, doing things such as documenting my journey and providing high value content, within reason that I'm able to create in a day of, something I've read in a book or something I'm currently working on right now. And hopefully it's able to help some of you guys, because it's a fine line between entertaining, because people don't want to be bored, right? People will only watch if, they're entertained throughout it. And then, learning something is like the cherry on top. This is why these reaction channels, or AI slop channels as people call them, do so well, because they're able to post every day, infinite content, and sometimes people just want to watch something to turn their brain off. I get that. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just interesting the direction that society is going right now, where these platforms like Hank Green's Crash Course are not able to fund themselves with 17 million subscribers because the videos are older, right? Maybe they're not recreating them or re-uploading them. And obviously, a video on rocks is not going to get as much views as the latest drama or the latest gossip going on in the YouTube or streamer sphere. So similar to the dead internet theory in a way, it's like a popularized conspiracy theory suggesting that most of the modern internet has been taken over by artificial intelligence, bots, and automated content, suggesting that much of genuine human interaction has been largely replaced with synthetic, fake, and generated content, creating this illusion that the internet is dominated by people when in reality, who knows, right? So I guess the point of this is just kind of a reminder to myself and to you guys watching, super important what you're consuming for content. Like, is it something that's making you 1% better, or is it something that's making you stagnant and not growing at all? Just like in nature with plants, if it's not growing, it's dying. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I love you guys. And remember, take consistent action on your main thing and don't stop. Peace.